Steffi will try to use her power to force Ivy and Electra to return to Australia, but this plan will not go as easily as Steffi wants. Ivy, after being bullied by Steffi for a long time, has changed her attitude. Ivy is determined not to let Steffi continue to bully her and decides to take strong action to protect her position in the company. This move marks a major turning point in Ivy's personality and will be the trigger for a series of more dramatic situations in Forrester Creations. To show her determination, Ivy takes the initiative to make an appointment to meet Uncle Eric, who has great influence in the company and is the only person powerful enough to confront Steffi. During the meeting, Ivy does not hesitate to frankly share her dissatisfaction with Steffi, especially the way Steffi uses personal power to resolve personal grudges. Ivy explains to Eric that instead of focusing on growing the company, Steffi is busy dealing with personal conflicts that are hindering Forrester Creations from reaching new heights. This is not only an accusation, but also a warning that Steffi is causing the company to lose valuable opportunities. Eric, who loves Steffi very much and has always considered her as his ideal successor, feels deeply disappointed when he hears what Ivy says. He realizes that Steffi is letting personal grudges influence her decisions, and that this goes against the values he has worked so hard to build for Forrester Creations. Eric begins to consider the possibility of making a difficult decision to protect the future of the company, knowing that if this conflict is not handled properly, it could disrupt the internal stability of Forrester Creations and negatively affect their reputation in the market. Finally, after careful consideration, Eric decided to fire Steffi from the company. He knew this was a difficult decision and would cause a lot of turmoil, not only in the family but also in the company. However, he believed that a leader needed to put the common good above personal relationships. Eric wanted to send a strong message that Forrester Creations would not accept anyone, even a relative, to harm the reputation and future of the company. The decision to fire Steffi not only shocked her, but also was a strong blow to her pride. Steffi, who always believed that she had absolute power in the company and family, now had to face the reality that she could lose everything just because she let hatred overwhelm her. This would be the beginning of a new journey of suffering and challenges for Steffi, when she was forced to look back at herself and find a way to regain the trust of her family, as well as her colleagues in the company. Finn will continue to spend a lot of time in the hospital, making the most of his excellent medical skills. For the audience, Finn is like a white coat superhero, always appearing in stressful moments and often solving difficult problems. He is a reliable support for patients and their families, ready to do everything in his power to save the sick. But what happens when, for the first time, Finn encounters a situation that cannot be saved and his familiar success is put at risk? It all starts when Finn receives a test result for Lee, but in confusion and confidence in his experience, he decides to make a diagnosis and treatment plan immediately. This scenario will challenge Finn like never before, because if he makes a medical mistake, the consequences will not only be a loss of his career, but also directly affect his loved ones. Misdiagnosis or incorrect prescription can have serious consequences, even leading to a situation that is beyond repair. If this mistake happens, Lee will be the one to suffer the direct consequences of Finn's reckless actions. Tensions begin to rise when Lee's symptoms do not improve, but become more severe. Finn is now faced with the possibility that his own diagnosis may have been the cause of a serious error. Panic, doubt, and guilt push the character into a harsh psychological challenge as he faces the possibility of losing the trust of his colleagues, family, and himself. The pressure on Finn increases as Lee's condition does not improve, and all signs point to the possibility that he may have made a terrible mistake in his initial judgment. This crisis will not only affect Finn's career, but also threaten the reputation he has worked so hard to build. Facing the risk of being accused of malpractice, Finn must face investigations from the hospital and his family.